In the early 2000s, the most disruptive object in the American entertainment industry wasn't a smartphone, a platform, or a breakthrough invention. It was a red envelope. Inside wasn't classified intelligence or a technological secret. It was a DVD, The Matrix, Gladiator, ordinary movies. But hidden inside that envelope was something far more dangerous than any film: data. For nearly a century, Hollywood ran on instinct. Executives in tailored suits decided what the world watched based on taste, intuition, and power. Success was guided by ego, not evidence. Netflix changed that. They replaced gut feeling with mathematics. Netflix didn't just track what you watched, they tracked how you watched, when you paused, when you rewound, when you hovered, and the exact second your attention collapsed and you left. Entertainment stopped being culture, it became a data set. But today, something unsettling is happening. The company that once positioned itself as a Silicon Valley insurgent now looks increasingly like the Hollywood system it promised to destroy. Debt-fueled content spending, live sports rights, advertising tiers, a desperate search for the next franchise. So the question is unavoidable. Has the world's most powerful recommendation engine finally hit a wall? You're watching Framework Prime, and today we decode the regression of Netflix. Netflix's greatest invention wasn't streaming, it was the algorithm. In technology, this is called a feedback loop. Behavior becomes data, data becomes prediction, prediction becomes production. By 2013, Netflix discovered something unprecedented. Viewers who liked political thrillers and strong female leads had an extremely high probability of watching a show about a morally compromised US congressman. That show was House of Cards. For the first time in television history, a series wasn't approved by a producer or a network executive. It was approved by probability. But Netflix wasn't satisfied with recommending content. They wanted to reprogram behavior itself. Autoplay, full season releases, cliffhanger optimization. These weren't convenience features. They were psychological tools. They exploited the Zeigarnik effect, the brain's discomfort with unfinished tasks. Every episode ended in tension. Every next episode button resolved it. Television stopped being a shared weekly ritual and became a private, isolated dopamine loop. Netflix wasn't selling stories anymore, they were selling time spent on platform. To make this work, Netflix built something no traditional studio ever attempted: its own global infrastructure. Through Open Connect, Netflix placed proprietary servers directly inside internet service providers around the world. Faster load times, zero buffering. In the streaming wars, the winner isn't the platform with the best movie, it's the platform that starts first. But around 2017, the model fractured. The studios woke up. Disney, Warner Brothers, NBC. They realized they were licensing their most valuable intellectual property to the company replacing them. So they pulled their libraries. Friends, The Office, gone. Netflix responded with a scorched earth strategy. Outspend everyone. More than $17 billion a year on original content. The logic was simple. Grow fast enough, own enough IP, and dependency disappears. But scale created a new problem. When you produce hundreds of shows every year, data loses precision. The algorithm learned that people liked Christmas movies and reality TV, so Netflix flooded the platform with them. Quantity replaced curation. This is the Netflix paradox. You have 10,000 things to watch and nothing worth watching. As the US market saturated, Netflix found its escape route elsewhere. In 2021, a South Korean series called Squid Game became the most watched show in history. This wasn't an accident, it was strategy. Produce locally, distribute globally. A high-quality series made in Korea or Spain costs a fraction of a Hollywood production, but reaches the same audience. Netflix realized taste isn't bound by geography. A teenager in Brazil and a professional in London can share the same psychological viewing profile. By investing heavily in subtitles and AI-driven dubbing, Netflix shattered a 100-year assumption that Americans wouldn't watch foreign content. For the first time, the Global South exported culture at scale. This is Netflix's true legacy, a unified global media market. But it came at a cost. Local creators were forced into a platform-wide formula: faster pacing, constant hooks, algorithm-optimized storytelling. Then, in 2022, the impossible happened. Netflix lost subscribers. Infinite growth, ended. The solution was ironic: ads. The very thing Netflix once promised to destroy became its new foundation. Ad-supported tiers, commercial breaks, a return to the cable model, digitally repackaged. Live sports followed: NFL games, wrestling, boxing, because algorithms can personalize content, but they can't manufacture shared moments. Live events still synchronize attention. By late 2025, rumors of massive consolidation emerged, Netflix potentially acquiring the very legacy studios it once disrupted. Netflix is no longer a challenger, it's the incumbent. It began as a tech company that distributed movies. Today, it's a media empire that happens to run on software. The lesson is uncomfortable but clear. Technology can change how we consume entertainment. It cannot change who we are. We are social creatures. We want to experience what everyone else is watching together. As Netflix moves into gaming, AI-generated content, and billion-dollar sports contracts, the battle has shifted. They're no longer fighting for your subscription. They're fighting for every second of your attention. In the end, that red envelope didn't just deliver a DVD. It delivered us into an economy where attention is the most valuable resource on Earth, and Netflix is one of its most efficient extractors. So the question remains, was the old Hollywood system actually better for storytelling, or is Netflix's evolution into a global utility inevitable? This is Framework Prime. We don't follow trends, we decode the systems behind them. Subscribe.